Next day, we took a train up to Interlaken in Switzerland. We bought a Eurail pass, which was very lucky for us because there was a bunch of track closures because there was a storm the night before. So instead of the original route, which was Milan to Zurich and then Zurich to Interlaken, we had to go take a bus to Como by Lake Como, which is a really amazing place. A train from there to Lucerne, and then another train from Lucerne to Bern, and then Bern to Interlaken. So a bit of a long way around, but it was fun. Went there. The next day we went up a train up to Jungfraujoch, which is a mountain of elevation 3,500 meters. So you just take a train up there. Very cool. Lots of snow. Very cool. I was not dressed properly for the weather. I was just wearing jeans and a puffer jacket.
Yeah.
I was pretty cold. And then the next day we took a train across Switzerland to this place called Kur. Stayed there for a night and then hopped on a train called the Bernina Express.
Bernina Express.
Yeah, it's part of a UNESCO World Heritage Railway through the mountains. It was really amazing. Some of the best views I've ever seen.
Right.
Went through to this tiny town in northern Italy called Tirano. Got some pizza there, obviously. And then a regular train back to Milan and then a high-speed train down to Rome. And then flew back from Rome back here.
So they've got high-speed trains kind of similar to Asia.
Yeah, there's a lot. They had lots, very, very well-developed high-speed trains in Italy. I went on one high-speed train in Switzerland, and we went through the world's longest railway tunnel, which is like 50 kilometers or something. They have high-speed trains in Germany. However, I didn't go on any of them because we weren't really exploring around there. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff.
I've heard Switzerland has a very advanced train system and railway system.
Yeah.
They've even got trains going up a mountain from inside.
It's very interesting. I watched a video on how they run their trains.
Yeah.
So in every major hub, like Bern or Zurich or Basel, they'll have trains leave on the hour and every half hour. So at, say, 8 a.m. and 8:30, they'll have it from there and they'll work on between them. They'll always get trains to arrive 5 minutes before then and they'll always leave within 5 minutes of them. So it's very advanced of how they've run everything. Like, that's why the trains, 94% of them ran on time last year from what I've read. They're so nice. They're all so clean. Everyone respects all the rules. So you're in a quiet carriage, it's just dead silent. There's cafe cars on a bunch of trains. It's such a nice experience.
Do you think we could bring some of that to Australia someday? Or is our culture and the way our country's kind of been built up not really compatible with that?
I hope they bring it here one day because it'd be really cool. But I think the way how Switzerland's run it, they're able to do that because, again, it's a very small country. So they have those shorter distances which they can run in quicker times. While here, I've heard some stuff about high-speed rail. They're trying to run it from Sydney to Newcastle as a test, which cuts it down from like an hour and a half to 30 minutes. I hope that gets up and running because that would lay some stepping stones as like they could run a route Melbourne to Sydney to Brisbane. That would be the dream route.
Revolutionary.
Yeah. I've taken the train between Melbourne and Sydney before. That took 11 hours.
That must have been pretty interesting.
No Wi-Fi. It's a very interesting journey with lots of legroom. It was very comfortable. It was better than sitting in a car.
Because even by car ride, I think when me and my parents went, it took us like 12 hours because you have to keep stopping at gas stations as well. Yeah, but if it takes around the same length, it's probably better on train. Yeah, I mean, but if we get bullet trains like across all of Australia, that'll be amazing for us. Like,
yeah. It'll be very cool to see one day you'll be able to take a high-speed train from Sydney to Perth. Like, I would say in one day, but that's 3,500 kilometers, I think. It'll be over like a day and a bit because currently that train's like 4 days. But it's expensive. I've seen it in person when I was in Perth. That train's like 800 meters long, but I've looked at how much it's like $3,500 a person.
Right.
But yeah, I'd be very interested in doing that one day, and I really hope we can get some high-speed rail going up in the future.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. I feel like, because right now they're doing a lot of like the underground rail systems and like the suburban loops and stuff, and the East Link and all of that. And that's basically running on the same sort of train technology, just under the ground.
Yeah.
Are they planning to like remove all the trains from the surface so it's only underground, like subway style?
No, I don't think they are. I don't think it's very cost efficient if they were. I understand making them underground throughout very like high density. So like through the city with the metro tunnel, they had to put it underground because there's no space above ground. So in all these already built up areas, they have to do them underground. Like I can see where some things are going. Like they're gonna extend the suburban network out to Melton as well, and they're gonna get like they're gonna try put higher speed trains like 200 k's an hour to Geelong, which would be really good actually because it takes an hour already, and putting it faster. And there's so many people that live in Geelong that work in Melbourne.
How fast is a normal train from Melbourne to Geelong?
Like time or speed?
Or speed?
Speed. From what I've read, maximum operating speed is only 160 k's an hour.
Yeah.
But a lot of areas aren't built up enough for that, so most of the time you're running at like only 120.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was in Italy on the train to Rome, that goes 300. I was in business class. You just sitting down there. You just you see the world just going past. It's so cool.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Like, it'll be exciting to see if that's our future.
Yeah.
Would they be interested? Because right now they're doing a lot of like the underground suburban loops. So maybe at the moment they're probably not going to prioritize the bullet trains on the surface unless they can do it
Possibly.
under the ground.
Possibly. I'm not too sure. With the suburban rail loop, that's from the first bit's 2035 is going to open from what I've read. From Cheltenham to Box Hill, I think. That's a great... I've been from my house to Box Hill before. It takes like an hour and a half. That cuts it down to like 30 minutes. It's really good. I don't think it's the best use of money. I'd rather get an airport rail going up now. I'd rather get an extension of some rail networks to some other areas. Like, I like what they've done in Perth. When I first went there, they only had, let me count, 5 different rail lines. Now they're up to like 8 in the time that I've been there. They got an airport rail going up, so it's really easy for me to get from the airport to my grandparents' house. I've only had one bad experience, which recently I had to go buy a pair of shoes off a guy off Facebook Marketplace in this area called Harrisdale. So the train lines run like that in this area, and Harrisdale's like in the middle there.
Oh.
So it took 40 minutes to get down to the nearest train station and another 40 minutes on one bus to get to that area, which just those newer development areas, they just need a bit more connection. And I think it's the same here with all these, because yeah, they've run out of space in central areas like here. They've had to put it out way outskirts. So all these new suburbs, which are part of suburban Melbourne, they're all on V-line areas. So I think a better use would be extending the metro network out to these new developments, just so it's a bit easier for commuters to get into the city.
Definitely, yeah. And I guess on a similar topic, right now with Brisbane preparing for the 2032 Olympics, they're building a lot more like public transport and rail systems and stuff like that. And I mean, how long does it take to develop like a bullet train technology in like a country for like a relative distance?
I know it takes a while. Like I've seen videos from Japan. They're very perfectionist with their trains. Like I was watching a documentary. They'll run a train and they'll get a coin and they'll balance it on their side. And if it falls over, they got to redo stuff because it means it's not stable enough. But a lot of the trains, they're maglev trains, which will go like 500 k's an hour. That's been in development for like 20 years because they're trying to make it perfect. I mean, for us, we can just buy these trains, but I think the main problem is that you need to have a rail line which is up to standard with no problems in the track. You can't have rail crossings. You just have to have the track to be up to standard and very safe.
Which is what might be the hard part. Because I don't think we have like contractors that are ready to make that sort of stuff in Australia unless we pay international ones from Japan and Europe and other places to come. But it will be cool to see. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited where the future could take it.
Yeah, somewhere.
With the Olympics happening soon, what sort of like new developments are they planning around that? Are they like making new public transport that you've seen, or?
I believe they're making some new stuff. Like I know they've had Cross River Rail, which helps with getting again across the river. But that's all I've really known. I know they're doing some extra stuff to connect to the Gold Coast, but that's all that I know.